que eu estava mesmo a precisar. Ai não, mês. Mas depois eu ia para a coleção. Mas preferi a
Vês
barra.
estas cortinas aqui, não?
Abri, cara podre. Ela manda vídeo, nada. Abri, foi logo ver o que é que tinha lá dentro.
Não vou ver. Estava bem, não estava bem.
Então abre.
Ah, eu abri, mano, porque vai chegar uma parte do jogo que nem sabia para onde é que tinha que ir. Então, é tudo meu. 424 carros. Quanto é que eu tenho? Muitas por fabricante, olha bem, do Abarth tenho Fiat 500. Fogo meu tenho 3. Mercedes tenho 4. São 14. A Muse, nunca ouvi falar. Cinemark tenho Pola. Audi tenho 2. Chevrolet, Ferraris, de 21 tenho 4. 572. Isto tem mais fotos.
Equipe isso para completar descartáveis das ruas.
É, e tipo garrafas, isso assim. Isto é comprar uma Lamborghini.
Há para vender na Cenita, uma lojita. Uma máquina.
Vá.
Na loja. Uma máquina. As garrafas vazias.
Isso não encontrei, isso aí.
É numa lojinha, já não sei onde é que é.
Tenho 91 carros. São 424. A YouTube. Aqui o YouTube. Yo. Grande pausa. Esse pausas e egoístas.
Ah, já. Entrei logo no jogo para ver. Não. Não. Vou apanhá-lo
Mas eu
hoje.
já não encontrei essa lojinha, então. É aquela que vem do país sem cabeça, não?
Não, acho que não é isso. Não, olha, acho que até do sem cabeça é onde eu estou. Acho que...
Tem lojinha que vende cenas. Aqui em baixo tudo. Eu vi uma opção na conversa com o gajo. Esqueci do clipe. Mas esqueci para carregar X. Agora pensa.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating this salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
Pediste-lhe o salame?
Não.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the... Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out. Sure thing.
It is salty, it is savory, it is chewy.
Want some too, officer?
Why not? couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever, you pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks and nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind. Nothing happened. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Ja.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crown with the back end of the cabin as a small perch to sleep.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervous. He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy? A slightly scared racist.
Aí esta grande.
Right to work! Right to work! When a bunch of
Já falei com ele.
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting. His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more. He ignores your question, choosing instead to... You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
What's it to you? Big mess caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Alguns.
Scott?
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
No, I said scab. A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses. Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. These scabs ain't begging. They ain't holding on to their integrity. I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
Esse cartão foi aquele que estava a dormir, não foi?
Yeah.
Pô, e esse já não consegui roubar nada dele.
Eu não tinha chance.
Nem é por lá.
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. My friend, I respect the right to roam. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. I walk right past. Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini Supremus is there. Walk. Then press the button to unlock it. Then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin narrowly slips.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. Was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs. You know, serious business.
Feels like he's hinting at something, but you're too hungover or dumb to understand right now.
O quê? As garrafas? Ih, mano, já não sei
The
também.
man looks at the colorful piece of plastic, then at you, then back at the card.
Nesse também dá? Eu sei que há uma máquina que dá para vender.
Não? Então ganhei de ida. Onde tem a venda. Auto. Então eu uma revista.
From back when you were not a cop, but a heavy-set, dark-skinned dock worker named
Ontem
Santiago
aquele
John?
gajo que está a vender os livros. Tem entrado nos livros.
Yes, and you also told me you're a cop. But now that this is settled, how did you get a shift card?
Mas não vais por dentro dos caminhões, vais por fora. Perceber?
Oh, John's been out drinking himself blind again?
Acho que tem umas
No,
cenas amarelas.
it will prove useful still. Leave your thieving fingers.
Já encontraste alguma capa de chuva amarela?
Thank you plenty.
Dentro de uma loja?
I'll make sure John gets his card back.
Pronto. É isso. Essa loja que tiver a capa.
You're quite the righteous man.
Vai saber das garrafas não.
Honor allows us to keep a
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Are you admiring my muscles? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm. I'm Sandwich. What is this androgynous display?
Things are not as bad as they look. Sure, you have high blood pressure from metabolizing heroic.
I can see you were once an athlete, then deteriorated
Tenho nada
in
para
your
dizer, cara.
20s.
Carregar X.
It is typical of your haplogroup. Let's
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is made... Yes, Al-Ghul. Al-Ghul is an ancient Gilmaran poison. A parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. Servitude to Al-Ghul does not.
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done. Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. You will be superseded.
It is, baby, yeah.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Só te digo assim.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard.
Mas dá para vender a água.
42% só que tenho de hipótese. Yeah, sem ele estar atento. Mas vou tentar, não é mesmo? Nada, também tentei. Nem se mexeu. Oi, bloqueou logo o soco, meu menino, mesmo a WWE.
How did this happen? Your little fist is it?
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up.
The words to the song have changed.
Your hand twists in
Okay.
his grip and the pain blinds you.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than Mr. Claire is a man of vision and means. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture. Of course it does. You are a degenerate individual. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminese race. The South Island race. Haplogroup A. We are the future. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Semini. Good. Racists are generally not very good examples.
Welcome to Revachol.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection.
True, that is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself.
Your silence betrays your inferiority.
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
Alô, da cara.
There always is.
Race is reality.
Aí um. Vai lá. Levar na cara. Como é que sai daqui, primo? Foda-se, ou estou a gravar. Eu acho que é aqui, olha lá, já tem, não é? Deixa eu ver. É, pois é aqui. Olha quem falar, o primaço.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook.
Fizeste merda.
The lieutenant groaned. That's right. You should do it again. It's the...
Exhalation. Então... Ai, nunca tinha visto isto. Isso.
Desculpa, sou problema. Essa capa amarela.
Eu não vi capa amarela.
Looking for something odd?
Tá na moto, não há ver. Ou senão só aparece quando o gajo está a sair. Agora choveu e ele disse.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few.
Eu acho uma piada desse jogo é que ele já está e parece que está
Sempre noite.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up? Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself. There he is, the old boy, the devil. You rascal, you. Let's celebrate right now by licking that stain. Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you.
What are you doing? We should move.
A real drink would go well with those cigarettes you're looking for. That's a great.
Também não. Diz-me só uma merdita qualquer.
Yes?
É o gajo do bar.
Diz que vais para o lado do mapa. Para o lado esquerdo.
Vim falar com o...
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood. occasionally sipping. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. It must be his name. Garanci. Garanci Quebec. Sounds representative. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. The man ponders. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. Old cobalt paint. Rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. The door does not budge.
Hello again, sweetie. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. Oh my. You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the world? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. Yes, and Revachol? How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol? I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so.
Está a mandar pedra.
Speaking of history, you know what year it... That's right, dear. How splendid. Here.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting outside. The melting snow seeps into the cracks in the walls and the cobblestone streets.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. Nope. Sadly not. Oh dear. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
You were doing quite well up until the end, dear. It does look like you're...
A sigh. The lieutenant...
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And a defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. It has something to do with everything. Someone more educated in sweet...
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I want...
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe?
That's a good point. This doesn't look like rich.
Voltei.
Olha,
Falhaste, soco.
falhei o soco e caí no chão.
Que grande mal.
Aí meu braço e eu problema no meu joelho.
E esse velhote está todo, o teu também todo feio.
Calhou.
Encalhou.
The door is closed.
Já bati, já fiz isso. Aqui não tem mais nada.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of take viscera on the carpet. Although the man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape. Where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity? no idea what that means.
Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there. Oh, yeah. Like a horse. Oh, look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way. And you won't let it break you. You ride. That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprint. You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit in. You're sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you rich? That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Sei lá, esse careca, não tem não, esse careca que estava aqui.
Deve ser mais tarde.
That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam covered. Every time you wipe your ass, they got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax. 98% of all your money. Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it... A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind. What do you mean? Assess the damage. How would you do?
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's.
I thought as much. And are you the only...
Well, yes. Us.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Agora já temos muita obra. Ok.
Caralho, o carro só bate 200. Mesmo para cortar.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, hobo cop. Dive into that dumpster fire. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your... A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic among the threadbare kitchen towels as the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. You drop them in here.
So the application.
Guitar mark, blue jeans. Pockets, empty. Or empty. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The belt is missing. That's it.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from...
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of...
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is...
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno?
See?
The lieutenant nods. Then, look, it's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hand. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple pit. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Non mi devi quello che ti lei sti go. Poi che vedo
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably...
Easier said than done. How could this pathetic cabbage of copy paper and plastic ever become très disco?
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Sausage.
Não sabe o que escolher.
Eu não conheço isto também. Wait.
Wow, an Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in... Never mind. Look at that fat string of Archipelagon. And is that Cordon Electrics preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. No, you won't. Because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste. All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man from...
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to...
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? So again, you dug it out of the trash. Why? It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? It's a metaphor for you. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is... An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station...
Your kill count. Yours will surely have your kill count.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will... All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clip. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol and covered in once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate. Jude, what do you mean? Is that all? The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten, judging by the creases on your forehead and the lines on your cheeks. Too much more. Going back, yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margin. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. You like this grimy murdering. Wish there was one in there about a drug den. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together. But
you mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Good. That's a good... But do you also use the titular? Right, of course.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry. There is, for precisely one more. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. Inspect the victim. Interview the cafeteria. A satisfying slash sounds of... And a fuck you to you too. That last one cuts a slash right through the paper. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality.
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. Arson, petty theft. You don't exactly close them. So, in the back you see thin translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are a monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and all in a print so small it could be considered a dozen pages of thin copy paper. Bright color of the irises. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. And something small inside. Light. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not. There's pain in there, if you want some. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. And something small inside. Light. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli. There's pain in there. With your hands, U4 sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board. Is not. A hot flash of rage comes over you. For a moment, the ledger quivers in your hand as it shakes the page. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls. Remember when I said the smell of the upstairs bathroom was so rank they should have sent a poet to describe it? Why, yes it is, among many other things. This cleaning tablet is used by the whirling...
Está bueno. Tô. Também eu sou bem baixinho.